Hello YouTube, this is Dazzathecameraman back again with part 2. Now I've activated the chat so that I can see if there's any feedback on this, and yeah, there's Mr. Curious. He's watching, or at least he's getting some feedback from somebody that he knows that I'm broadcasting live. And I've just heard Mr. Curious Unknown telling everybody, oh, Dazzathecameraman's debunking him, and then he announces that he's doing this all for Jesus. Well, Mr. Curious Unknown, if you're doing this for Jesus, then I'm sure that Jesus will want you to be honest in your reporting. I'm sure that Jesus will not want you to be lying to people or misleading people or deceiving people in what you're claiming. It's all very well for you to be preaching the gospel message, and I don't disrespect you if that's what you want to do, but I do disrespect you if you're going to use the sun to try and lie and deceive people, because that's not the way it should work. I'm sure that Jesus would not want you deceiving people like that, Mr. Curious Unknown. If you were honest, Mr. Curious Unknown, you would be doing the finger test like I've suggested and other people have suggested to you. But no, you won't do that. In fact, as I said in the last video, you even deleted your porch light video because you realized, as soon as you uploaded it, you realized that it debunked what you're claiming in your videos, and we can't have that, of course. So you deleted that video, the very video that showed your viewers and your subscribers exactly what we were seeing in your videos next to the sun and next to the moon. Yes, an internal lens reflection. That video that you uploaded, Porch Light, where you invited comments from your viewers, proved that you're filming an internal lens reflection from your camera. So I challenge you, Mr. Curious Unknown, if you're doing this all for Jesus, you'll want to be honest, won't you, Mr. Curious Unknown? You will redo that video or re-upload it, and you will show people exactly what happens when you move your camera around and that reflection stays in the same place. And the other thing that you can do, Mr. Curious Unknown, is that two-part finger test where you put your finger over the sun and see if your blue planet suddenly disappears, and then put your finger over the blue planet and see if it suddenly appears on top of your finger. It's very simple, and if you're wanting to be honest, Mr. Curious Unknown, that is what you'll simply do. Now, as I mentioned in my last hangout, I've got a video that I filmed on my phone. It is uploading. It's taking a very long time. Let me see. Just refreshing, and it is now up to 68% preparing. Now, this is the first time I've uploaded a video from my phone, so I don't know if that's processing on the phone before it uploads or whether that means it's uploading. I'll just have to wait and see. But, you know, I filmed that, I think it was about 12:45 when I filmed that. It is now just coming up 1:15 here in New Zealand. So obviously it's taking a bit of time to upload or to prepare. I will have to try and figure out how I can do some live streaming from my phone. I've got an Android phone, which is quite a good phone, so I should be able to do that from this phone. I'll just have to figure that out. And if anybody knows about live streaming from an Android phone, maybe you can let me know how to do that, and I will try and provide some live feeds. So here's the thing. Even though it's sunset where Mr. Curious Unknown is, the sun is still high in the sky for many other people around the world, including me here in New Zealand. As I say, it's just coming up to 1:15 p.m. Solar noon here is around about 1:12 or 1:18, 12:12 or 12:18 as I recall. So the sun is high in the sky at this time. Now, this guy, Mr. Curious Unknown, is using this whole Nibiru Planet X nonsense as a platform for his channel. He's been very dishonest because he knows that it's getting him views. And Richard in the chat tells me that the guy has 800 subs. Well, yeah, maybe I have bigger fish to fry, Richard, but they all start off small and get bigger as well, don't they? Would you rather that I wait until he's got 50,000 subs or something like that, and then turn my attention to him? Does it matter that he's only got 800 subs? The fact is that he is deceiving people. He is lying to people. And he's not even honest enough to do the simple tests that he could do. In fact, he's already done a very simple test, and he removed that simple test because he knew that it contradicts what he's saying in his videos. So that just goes to show the level of this guy's dishonesty. Thank you, Richard. I see your latest comment. And, you know, these guys are just all the same. They're fearmongers. It's like Steve Olson, WSO Steve Olson, trying to play the Christian card, lying to his subscribers and viewers, because he knows that there's a lot of Christian viewers out there who are attracted by this sort of thing, especially when you tie in prophecy and all that sort of thing. But when you start filming lens flares and lens reflections and shadows and clouds and so on, and you know, start saying that you're doing this because you're preaching Jesus, well, I'm sorry, but you're preaching lies. You're a deceiver. And Mr. Curious Unknown, I'm sure that you're familiar with the verse that says, you know, and no wonder, even Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. I suggest you take a good look at yourself, Mr. Curious, and ask yourself if you're being honest. If you're being honest, you'll want to do those very simple tests that you can do. Do the finger test. And as I say, you've already done one video where you filmed. Now, I see that Mr. Curious is in the chat. Now, Mr. Curious, you'll notice that you have a privilege. Well, I won't even call it a privilege, because I don't consider it a privilege to be able to participate in the chat. I believe that it is a right to participate in the chat, especially if you are actually being debunked. There are very few times when I block people from my channel, and usually only after they've been given fair warning, and it's always only for the very worst of offences. Okay, so you have blocked me from your channel, even though I haven't been offensive to you. I've called you out, I've made suggestions, and now, of course, because you have blocked me, in this way, because you have actually taken away my means of participating respectfully in your chat and responding to your questions and so on. I can make a comment in your chat suggesting that you do the finger test or whatever, and nobody sees that comment. So you're actually suppressing the truth. And I would like you to tell everybody in the chat here, Mr. Curious Unknown, why you deleted that video that you filmed of your porch light, the one that clearly showed that there was a reflection that we were seeing in your videos. Why did you delete that video, Mr. Curious Unknown? Go right ahead, you're not blocked, you can respond. You've got right of reply on my channel, because I won't block people that I'm debunking. I believe that people should have a right to defend themselves, as long as they're not spamming the chat with highly offensive comments and expletives and all that sort of thing. I very seldom block anyone from my channel, because I believe that people should be able to participate in the discussion, and that is why you will always find negative comments about Dazzathecameraman on my videos, because I don't block those comments, like WSO and Scott Cohn and all of the usual suspects. I believe that people should be able to be critical of my videos and have their say, even if they don't like me. They can call me names and call me a liar and call me a troll and call me a shill and all that sort of thing. I'm not going to block you for that. I will only block people for the most offensive comments under my videos. And yes, I do try to be respectful. Thank you, Elvis. And yeah, I'm a little bit wound up, because this guy just is really irritating me when he makes these videos filming the sun. and he won't even do the finger test because he's not honest. If he was honest, he would do the finger test. And you notice that he hasn't responded to my question where I asked him why he deleted that video. Mr. Curious Unknown filmed his porch light. I suggested to him a few days earlier that he go out and film nearby streetlights and things like that. And well, to his credit, he actually seemed to have decided to look into that and do a little test video for himself. So he filmed his porch light, and we could clearly see that there was a secondary reflection which seemed to remain in the same place relative to the real light. But no, he went and deleted that video because it actually exposed his videos for the truth. Now, Mr. Fake Logan Runnin account, there is one thing that I will ban people for from my account, and that is for using fake sock puppet accounts. So you're about to be banned because we know that you're a fake account. So you are now blocked. Goodbye. And I've got a fair idea who that fake Logan Runnin channel is. Paul. But anyway, that's just a suspicion. Okay, so in defense of Mr. Curious Unknown, he said his phone died, and I have to say that he did say that his battery had about 10 minutes left and he had to recharge it, so I guess he's on another phone. So he says, listen to me. He says, I'm not fake, talk to me. Well, Mr. Curious Unknown, how about you come into the Hangout with me? I will send you the link to the Hangout, and you can come in live and talk to me, and let's talk about your videos. And instead of you just being in the chat, and the chat will disappear once this Hangout is over, you can actually come onto this Hangout and talk to me one-to-one. So all you need to do is email me at Dazzathecameraman@outlook.com, or send me your email address via a private message, and I will send you the link privately, and you can come and join this Hangout. And let's discuss your videos. And how about, why do all of a sudden do I need to answer you? Asked Mr. Curious Unknown. Well, you don't have to answer me, Mr. Curious Unknown, but I'm calling you out. If you don't want to defend yourself, then it's going to reflect badly on you. It is clear that your videos are just lens flares. And if you want to defend yourself, you're welcome to come in here and defend yourself, because, you know, I'm respectful in that way, and I'm happy to give you that opportunity if that's what you want to do. But hey, if you don't want to join the Hangout, that's fine. You don't have to. If you don't want to defend yourself. So, Mr. Curious Unknown, just tell me, would you like to join the Hangout? Just tell me yes, you would like to join the Hangout, and I will send you the link. Because you can defend yourself in the chat, but your comments are going to disappear once this Hangout is finished. So, Mr. Curious Unknown, would you like to join the Hangout? I will send you the link if you would like to join the Hangout and come and talk to me directly. I promise you that I will be respectful, as always, because I always respect people who are prepared to front up and talk to me. I've always said that if somebody is prepared to meet me halfway, then I will totally be respectful to them. Unlike you, Mr. Curious Unknown, who has blocked me on your channel so that I can't even participate. So are you going to join me, Mr. Curious Unknown, or are you going to just hide behind your channel? So Mr. Unite for the Children says, I think Mr. Curious is too much of a coward. He knows he's spreading bullshit and won't face someone who can call him out on it. Okay, Mr. Curious Unknown says, yep. I guess that's yep. Are you going to join the Hangout? What you need to do is email me at Dazzathecameraman@outlook.com so that I can send you the link. I can't send you the link via YouTube because you've got me blocked. So tell me, Mr. Curious Unknown, are you going to join the Hangout or not? Was that a yep, that you are going to join the Hangout, or are you not going to join? You say I'm being pushy and rude. Well, I've already assured you that if you join the Hangout, I will be nothing but respectful to you. I will ask you some questions, which I would like you to answer, but I will do so respectfully. I'm checking my emails at the moment, and I'm looking for an email from Mr. Curious Unknown. Mr. Curious Unknown says, yep, I blocked you because you are rude and pushy. Okay, let's what rude and pushy means. Rude and pushy is because I suggested that you do the finger test, and I asked you why you deleted a video which proves that you are filming reflections. Okay, I've just checked my Dazzathecameraman email account, and there is no email from Mr. Curious Unknown. So, you know, if Mr. Curious Unknown, no email, says Mr. Curious Unknown. Are you going to send me an email? Yes or no, Mr. Curious Unknown? Would you like to join the Hangout or not? I realize that there's probably about a 20-second delay between me talking and me seeing replies in the Hangout, so I have to be patient. So Mr. Curious Unknown says, so I will make a new video, give me a second. I'm driving, bro. How about you just pull up and join the Hangout? Because obviously you've got YouTube access. Why don't you just pull up and join the Hangout? Yeah, great. He's texting while driving. Idiot. I hope you're not texting while driving, Mr. Curious Unknown. Mr. Curious says, I'm not running from this, more than willing to explain my side. Well, I'm pleased to hear that, Mr. Curious Unknown. If we can't get you on this Hangout, I guess we'll have to get you on a Hangout at another time. But, you know, I've already extended that offer to you previously, and you haven't accepted it. I guess maybe after this you might. I hope you will. And again, I promise that I will be respectful if you do join. I'm just sick of seeing this. Let me be frank, and people know that I don't usually use expletives, but let's call it for what it is. I'm sick of seeing this bullshit on your channel, and it needs to be called out for what it is. Sometimes it's time to call a spade, and it's time to call bullshit for what it is. Bullshit, and that's what it is. You're filming secondary reflections in your camera. You're not filming a blue planet. You're filming a secondary lens reflection in your camera, and you proved this yourself with your own video where you filmed your porch light. Now, Mr. Curious is saying, we can talk about a different time. Ha, ha, ha. Well, I don't know. I guess it looks like Mr. Curious Unknown is not going to join this Hangout, but maybe we can organize another one. Oh, I'm crossing the line now because I call bullshit for what it is? Yes, you're right. I proved what happened, says Mr. Curious Unknown. Yes, that's right. You filmed your porch light and you proved that you're filming reflections. In other words, your videos where you claim that there is something next to the sun, and your videos where you claim that there's something next to the moon, is actually a reflection of the sun and the moon. You proved it in your video of your porch light, the video that you removed when you realized that people would see that you were filming reflections instead of something next to the moon or next to the sun. Yeah, Daz is a bit riled at the moment. You know, when you see this bullshit being churned out like this and then trying to use it to preach the gospel of Christ, that really does bug me, right? Despite whatever beliefs people have about God or Christ or whatever, when you mix bullshit with with trying to preach Christ, then, you know, that just takes it to another dimension. And unfortunately, this is what a lot of these people do. You know, it's like Steve Olson back in the early days. I haven't listened to too many of his videos lately, but I remember he was really, you remember he was doing the Bible readings for a while there, Steve Olson? And meanwhile, while he's doing all these Bible readings, he's ripping off his subscribers and lying to them. And this same guy that was doing the Bible readings was actually having an affair with another woman, a woman who was not his wife. He went on a cruise with her on a cruise ship, while his wife, who was sick with cancer, was at home. That's right, people. Steve Olson went off with another woman who was not his wife on a cruise, while his wife, who was sick with cancer, was at home abandoned. That's Steve Olson for you, the guy that was doing the Bible readings for you. Well, if your faith is so solid on the rock that is Jesus, Mr. Curious Unknown, I'm sure that you would agree with me that Jesus would not want you to be deceiving people, would he? So I hope you will join me for a live hangout. And again, I promise to be respectful. I promise to be fair, as I always am. You check out any of my hangouts where I've invited people on, including Scott Cohn, Chris Potter, Igor Kostelis, although the last one sort of turned to custard. I always try to be fair, give people a chance so that they can put forward their side of the argument. So Mr. Curious Unknown is obviously not going to join this hangout. There's no further emails on my Dazzathecameraman account. So let me check that video that I'm uploading. Let's see what progress is up to now. Just refreshing that. 96%. Okay. And as I say, I don't know if that's processing on the phone or if that means it's uploading. But I'm not seeing it in my video manager here on the PC, so I guess it might have to upload yet. So it actually takes an awful long time for the video to upload from the phone. So I will set up another hangout, hopefully, at some stage. Mr. Curious Unknown is available. And okay, so now the processing has finished on that video, and it is now uploading, and it's telling me that it's going to be about 9 minutes for it to upload. It's just come up 3% uploaded now, so it's going to take several more minutes for that video to upload. So while we're here, how's Dr. Albers these days? Not seen or heard anything since the fake PhD book release. I haven't been following the videos too much. I just don't really have time, you know, the time and energy to follow all of the videos from Scott and Steve Olson and everybody else. I see a few bits and pieces here and there, but obviously I don't have the time nor the energy to be watching videos all day. People get upset sometimes when they send me a link and say, check out my video, can you debunk my video? Or I challenge you to debunk my video. People seem to think that I can spend 24 hours a day watching videos and responding to videos. I simply can't. And you know, there are many videos that I would like to do that I just never get around to. There are projects that I've got underway. Some of them never even get completed because I either just run out of time or run out of energy. And you know, there's certainly lots of ideas that I've got about videos and things that I want to do, but I just can't do them all. Unlike Mr. Scott Cohn, who turns out several videos a day, I just don't have the energy to do that. I certainly have the time, but I don't have the energy. And you know, even when I do a serious debunking, often that takes a toll, and it takes me a while to recover from the energy actually required to put into doing that. Now, some of you know, as I've explained before, it's no secret that I have chronic fatigue syndrome. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm completely incapable of doing anything. I do what I can when I can. And the way that I look at it is that I'm like an old rechargeable battery that won't hold a charge. Sure, I can charge up and I'll burn brightly for a short period of time, but then I run out of charge very quickly, and then I've got to go and recharge. And in fact, I have to take naps during the day to recharge that battery, which won't hold a charge. And this is why I don't have the energy to make videos all day like Scott Cohn does. Thank you, Elvis. And yeah, don't worry, Daz, Conehead only cares about cash. Ain't that the truth? And didn't he get upset about the changes that YouTube have made recently, where videos are not being monetized because they're not deemed suitable for the advertisers? This is going to hit the fearmongers in the pocket really hard. Yes, my videos are monetized too. Probably on average, my videos earn me maybe between $30 and $50 a month. I have had some really good months, like maybe $80 a month, but you work that out. Let's say I'm earning $80 a month on my YouTube videos, and you divide that by 30 days or 31 days in the month. And that $80 divided by 31 days is worth $2.58 a day. Wow, right? So yes, it's nice to get a little bonus now and then from YouTube. In fact, I don't make any I don't receive anything from YouTube unless my YouTube balance hits $130 New Zealand, and that can actually take a number of months before I actually receive anything. But hey, yep, sure, it's nice to receive $130 once every few months. You know, it pays a few bills. But getting back to the point, Scott had a huge rant. I think it was about 5 or 6 hours long, and this was all because of the changes that YouTube have made, where videos that are not deemed suitable for most advertisers are demonetized, and that's hitting him in the back pocket. He's really hurting, and I think it's really good, even though it's going to hurt me as well. Even though I earn just such a little amount from my videos, it's going to reduce the even small amount that I get. It's going to reduce even further. But hey, I think it's fantastic, to be honest, because it means that it's taking away the incentive for these liars and fearmongers to monetize these videos and talk up their videos to earn money. So yeah, I think it's a good thing that they've actually made that move. I don't have a problem with people being paid for honest work. I think that if you're making honest videos, you deserve to receive a reward. And you know, if you want to monetize honest videos, I think you deserve the revenue that you'll receive from advertising. But if you're going to make bullshit videos and lie to people and deceive people, well, that doesn't deserve any reward at all. In fact, you deserve to be exposed for the lying, fear-mongering hoaxer that you are, if that's what you're doing. I'm just looking through the comments. There's some interesting comments in the chat there. Yes, Anthony Riley has shut down his YouTube channel following the eclipse. His reason for it, according to his final video, which wasn't his final video in the end, he did upload another one, was basically that the globe earth believers are all liars and that the flat earth believers have got it all right, and I guess the message that he was giving was that he was leaving YouTube because of all of the negativity and so on. Well, it's not surprising that there was negativity. When you're posting bullshit videos, well, people are going to be negative about it, aren't they? So that is why he has closed down his own channel. Sean, would you like to join in the Hangout? I can send you the link if you like. Just let me know if you're able to join, and instead of me just talking to myself, it might be interesting to have some interaction as well. It's just a shame that Mr. Curious Unknown wouldn't join the Hangout, but maybe we can set up another Hangout. He can come in and explain himself. Isn't it funny how the sun is high in my sky, and I go out there, I've got a clear blue sky day today. It's a lovely day, and there's nothing obscuring my view of the sun, no clouds, and I can't see any blue planet next to the sun. I can't see any black planet next to the sun, as was claimed. Okay, so Sean says he can try, but he's on Wi-Fi with the crap headset. So I'll send you the link, Sean, via Skype. That'll work for you, and we'll try and get you in here. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'll just be right back, folks. Just don't multitask too well, so let me just concentrate on one thing at a time, and we'll try and get Sean in here. Okay, Sean, I've sent you the link in Skype, so let me know if you can see that. Via Hangouts. Ooh. Can I send it to you via email? Sean, I'll try that. I'll send it to you via email. Just bear with me. I don't multitask too well, so. I'll be right back. Ah, come on. Sean, I'm sending that to you via email. Hopefully that'll work. And I'll try the other thing through Google+. I'm just not sure about doing that, but I'll give it a try. Invite people. I'm not sure if I can do it in the Hangout window. Sure. Nope, that's not working for me. So, oh, hang on. What's coming? I'll be right back to the chat soon, folks. Just sorting this out. Normally I use my laptop as well, which gives me another screen. Okay, Sean, hopefully that is going to you now via Google+. Okay, hopefully Sean will be joining us anytime. And I'll keep an eye on the chat. It's an interesting thing too about the solar eclipse. Great, Sean's with us. Hi, Sean.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're sort of breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a weak Wi-Fi and it's a crappy phone, so.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. I was just saying that with the solar eclipse the other day, and the same thing happened here in 2012. We had a near total solar eclipse as seen from my location. I think it was about 87%. But there were videos showing the secondary reflection of the partial eclipse. And of course, instead of seeing the normal circular object next to the sun, we saw a crescent-shaped object next to the sun, which was the secondary reflection. And I'm seeing a lot of these crescent-shaped reflections in the videos and photos of the total solar eclipse when it was in the partial phase the other day. And of course, that's just further proof that what people are seeing is actually a secondary reflection in their camera.
Right. I've been out of touch for the last week because I've been down in Tennessee with my aunt, and I had a lot of YouTubers come down to actually witness the eclipse. And the footage we got, one, is amazing.
Yeah.
We're still actually correlating all of the footage from all of the cameras into a single source so we can all pull from it as needed. But it's just the footage I've seen so far that we've captured is absolutely amazing. It's a lot better than stuff you'll see on the news.
Great. Yeah. I've seen some amazing photos been posted by friends on Facebook. So yeah, great, really good stuff.
Just to give a quick rundown, we had 2 P9 hunters going at it. Actually, we had 3. 2 were doing videos. One was doing a picture every couple seconds. We had a 14-inch telescope going. We had an 8-inch telescope going. Yeah, we had several other cameras going here and there, but those are the big ones. And it's just outstanding. And I thank everybody for showing up. And you'll start seeing footage filtering in from us in the next few days.
Great.
But like I said, I've been out of touch with the internet for the last week. And today I've had Wi-Fi hit and miss. Now I'm at my mom's house in Ohio, so I've got stable Wi-Fi, but it's not that great. But I saw a couple of videos, one from Scott Cohn, where he's calling the eclipse fake. And I noticed that, you know, one of the clips that he's showing, it shows a very oversaturated picture of the sun, but you're seeing a secondary reflection of the complete crescent. The sun was covered about 50% in the reflection that it was capturing, but they were saying that the moon wasn't in front of it at all. And it was just hilarious. I couldn't help but laugh at that video because it was showing the eclipse as it was starting, and they were saying it wasn't happening because they were out of focus and overexposed. No filter at all.
Yeah. Yep. It's the mistake that these clowns make all the time, you know. Just overexposed images. You got the glare of the sun and all the rest of it. So yeah, just idiots.
So what's going on with this curious dude? Well, I just got on Wi-Fi right after you went live, like 11 minutes, and I've been hit and miss because I've been talking to my parents while trying to listen.
He keeps filming sunset and sunrise and so on, and making out that there's something next to the sun, but he's also using it as a platform to preach the gospel, right? Now, I don't have a problem with him preaching the gospel. I think good on him for that. But when you're basically using a lie as a platform to preach the gospel, then I really have a problem with that. It gives the gospel a bad name. You know, it's being deceptive. That's what he's doing. If he is an honest and sincere person, then he will be happy to, you know, do the finger tests, to scrutinize his own images and so on. And
well, you know, cards on the table. I'm admittedly an atheist, but if you're going to lie about something and use it as a platform for something else, that makes that secondary platform look just as bad as you lying about everything else. So
yeah.
Coming from somebody who doesn't believe in religion at all, that says a lot that you're giving religion a bad name because you're using lies to push it.
Yeah.
Just saying, Mr. Curious Unknown, you need to up your game a bit.
Yep, that's for sure. And, you know, he shouldn't fear scrutinizing his own videos. And the sad thing is that he actually did. He filmed a video. He filmed his porch light, and this actually proved that he was filming a secondary reflection. And what did he do?
Oh, no.
He deleted the video. He deleted the video.
After he was caught.
Yeah.
But only after he was caught and called out on it.
Well, he posted this video. It was clearly reflections, but the I think the title of the video was originally called Comments Welcome. And then somebody said you should, you know, say what it's about in the title. So he changed the title to Comments Welcome Porch Light Test or something like that. I've got the screenshots of it. It's in one of my earlier videos.
Okay, see, that's what you're saying. I figured he was like shooting his porch light and saying it was a sun or something stupid. So I had a misconception. Again, because I didn't join the hangout as soon as you started going live.
Yeah. So he did this test, and I thought, hey, this is really good. This guy he's actually trying to investigate what he's filming, and he's done this test, And I thought, good on him. And I said to him, well done, in my comment that I posted under his video. I was pleased to see that he had done that. But within the hour...
Off topic, I have to apologize to the chat because I can't see anything in the chat because I'm using a phone. I only have one screen. I have the Hangouts open. So sorry. If anybody's saying anything to me, I can't respond. Okay, I'm just checking that video that was uploading has uploaded now, so it's on my channel, and so people want to check that out. And I'll go back to chat in a minute. But yeah, within the hour, Mr. Curious Unknown had actually deleted that video. There's only one reason I can think of that he would delete that video, and that is because it actually proved to his viewers that he was actually filming reflections rather than something next to the sun or next to the moon. And well, again, with the footage that we got, without even our best cameras didn't pick up a lot of stars because we were set for manual exposure for a lot of it. So we did screw up there, but we did pick up Venus about 20 degrees or so to the west of the sun, and we picked up Regulus to the east of the sun, and that's the only two stars that we saw. There was no other objects anywhere in the sky. No Nibiru's, no Planet X's, no brown dwarves, Mr. Scott Cohn, nothing. Yeah. Right. It was just the moon and the sun. So I've just uploaded this video, which, while Mr. Curious Unknown was filming his sunset in the US, wherever he is, I'm not sure where he is in the US, and claiming that there was a blue planet next to the sun, I rushed outside with my phone. I've got a Huawei, or however you say it, Huawei P8 Lite Android phone, and it's got a pretty good camera on it. So let me stop you right. I know where you're going with it. Yep. Me and Dazza a year and a half ago did simultaneous sun footage. If it's sunset for me, he can easily see the sun at the exact same time. So go ahead, Dazza. I just want to make sure people were aware that in Indiana, as the sun's at about 30 degrees, it's about 30 degrees for you to the east. Basic geometry. So go ahead. I know where you're going. I don't want to steal your thunder. Yep. So the sun was high in the sky, and I went out there. I've got a lovely blue sky day here today. We've had a lot of rain and clouds in recent weeks, but today is a beautiful, clear day. And so I filmed, and you can see that video. No blue planet next to the sun. No black planet next to the sun. No strange kingdom-looking clouds next to the sun. He was even filming the shadows that were streaming off the top of a sort of unusual-looking cloud. And it was like, whoa, look at that, man. Wow, look. Wow. And I'm going, yeah, man, they're clouds. Come on, they're clouds. Wow. It's like, Igor, look at that. Look at that. Look at that in my video. Wow. Well, I'm going to go back inside and visit with my parents for a while before they go to bed. It's good hearing from you again. Like I said, I've been out of touch completely from the internet for a week, and it's been driving me nuts, internet withdrawal and all that. And I should be home tomorrow night sometime, hopefully. Yep. And thanks for having me on for this brief interlude. Yep, and thank you for joining me, Sean. And hopefully you saw too that I sent you an archived copy of the comments from Anthony's final video, because some of the comments were worth archiving. Which one? Which one? Because he had two final videos. Yeah. That were identical that I saw when I was on the drive up from Tennessee. And he said he was going to do his channel in 10 hours. It was like 13 hours after that I saw that video. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was from the first. I think it was from the first one, but the comments were worth archiving anyway. Some of them were quite hilarious. But yeah, since I found out all that information, I'm going to go ahead and make a video response to his deleting his channel, because I know it's not going to last long. He's going to come back with another channel under a different name. I already know it. And it's all going to be text-based, so you can't tell it's hidden. Mm. Okay. But yeah, he likes the attention. He can't stay away. Yeah, of course. But I'll talk to you later, man.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so back to the chat. I'll probably wind this up soon. How long have we been going for? I can't even check the time on this at the moment. Because I've done this so sort of on the spur of the moment, I'm very much disorganized, and let me see, I'm just going back to my video manager. Yes, so do check that video out that I filmed at the same time that Mr. Curious Unknown was actually filming his sunset. And you can clearly see that there's no blue planet next to the sun. There's no black planet. And let me see. Okay, so that's a stream here. No, it's not. It's the first one. Okay. All right, back to the chat. What's going on? Yep. Now, I've just been calling out Mr. Curious Unknown for his lying about there being a blue planet next to the sun. He was filming his sunset claiming that there was a blue planet, which was in fact a lens reflection, an internal lens reflection. And the interesting thing was too, before he went live, he uploaded a short video filming this supposed blue planet next to the sun. And he filmed it, and he kept filming it until it was just before it, to me, it looked like if he had filmed for another minute or two, we would have clearly seen his blue planet in front of the tree that he was sort of filming next to. I was just hoping and waiting that we were going to see his blue planet on the leaves of the tree, because that would have proved that it was an internal lens reflection. Well, I think I'll wind this up, and hopefully Mr. Curious Unknown will front up to a live hangout with me, and we can discuss his claims. We can look at his videos. And once again, I absolutely promise to be respectful to Mr. Curious Unknown, as I always am. So I've always said that if people are prepared to meet me halfway, I will absolutely treat them with respect. But if you're going to block me, as Mr. Curious Unknown has done on his channel, then you can expect a response like this, where I'm going to call you out, because that's the only option that you leave me with. If I can't participate in your chat, if I can't comment under your videos, then that leaves this as the only way that I can respond, is through either a debunking video or a live hangout. So that's what this is all about. So thank you to everybody for joining me on this video and joining me in the chat. And we'll keep you posted, and hopefully soon we will have a hangout with Mr. Curious Unknown. And do go and check out that other video. I've just uploaded it, so you'll find it on my channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.